day. In Native American tradition, it is said we have two voices in our heads, often called the two wolves. One voice, the voice of love, the voice of trust. The other voice, the neurotic voice of fear. Which one thrives? The one we feed. This is Voices in My Head.
All right, I'm just going to be a little honest here. I am just getting over laryngitis. I've had this for 3 weeks now. Today is the first day. I'm going to make an effort to sing. So just all give me lots of blessings because I'm a little bit nervous. So.
Blessings?
Yes.
I'm a wizard. What do you expect? Okay. The still small voice of God is clear, truthful, and honoring. The neurotic voices are like static. As we quiet the mind, the still voice gets louder. I hear the voices in my head, but I'm not listening. They try and tell me that I'm not okay. I hear the voices in my head, but I'm not listening. The silence offers me another way. I hear the voices in my head, but I'm not listening. They try and tell me things are not okay. I hear the voices in my head, but I'm not listening. The silence offers me another way.
In the space behind the voices, pure awareness comforts me. In the space behind the voices, I am loved and I am free.
I hear the voices in my head, but I'm not listening. They try and tell me that I'm not okay. I hear the voices in my head, but I'm not listening. The silence offers me another way.
In the space behind the voices, pure awareness comforts me. In the space behind the voices, I am loved and I am free.
Still hear the voices in my head, but I'm not listening. They try and tell me things are not okay. I hear the voices in my head, but I'm not listening. The silence offers me another way. I still hear the voices
behind the voices.
They try and tell me
Comforts me.
I still hear the voices
Behind the voices,
The silence offers me
I am free.
I still hear the voices
Behind the voices,
They try and tell me that I'm not okay. I still hear the voices
behind the voices,
The silence offers me another way. I hear him right now.
Oh
There's
boy, do I have a lot of voices.
a lot of
going on in
voices
my
right now.
head
Like,
now.
is he a wizard or the Mad Hatter? What kind of acid trip? I don't know.
Really, should I have sung this today? Because it did not sound
Yeah.
clear.
Wait.
And good
All is
and-
well.
Oh boy.
Everything's in divine
Okay,
order.
it's okay.
We're exactly where we're supposed to
And
be.
It's okay.
This too shall pass.
It's okay because I'm Glenda the Good Witch.
Follow the
today.
yellow brick road.
Good morning. I'm Reverend Dr. Susie Shadle, AKA the Scarecrow. I welcome you to Unity of Sarasota, where something interesting is happening this morning, AKA, welcome to Oz. You don't find that strange at all? You're all behaving so normally like nothing unusual is happening. I don't know who's weirder, them or me. I want to tell you, you've been listening to Armand and Angelina. Armand is an award-winning songwriter, inspirational speaker, and his very presence inspires us to live more passionately. How could you not, looking like that? Angelina, on the other hand, has her heart-opening angelic voice, and through the laryngitis, no matter what. And she was classically trained at Indiana University and has been working in the past with Epcot Center over in Orlando. They're international performers using songs and stories and humor to remind us that now, right now, to open our hearts and our minds and remember that we're here to experience heaven on earth and have fun doing it, right? Absolutely. If you can't have fun at church, where can you? That's what I say. Amen. Thank you very much. All right. I just want to remind you that Unity of Sarasota is a beacon of light and love, opening minds, touching hearts, and transforming lives. This is who we are individually, and because we are that individually, it is who we are as a spiritual community. I'm going to ask you to say that with me. I would like you to own that. Own that light that is within you. Let's say it together. We are a beacon of light and love, opening minds, touching hearts, transforming lives. We're an inclusive spiritual community that embraces empowering and life-affirming practical spirituality for richer living right here and right now. And we join with our Unity movement worldwide in creating a world that works for all. If you happen to be a guest or a newcomer here for the first time, my heart goes out to you because you're probably wondering, what have I walked into? Well, Oz, of course. So welcome to Oz. We like to get to know folks who are visiting us because we get visitors from far and wide. And so if you happen to be one of those persons, I'd ask that you stand and remain standing for just a moment. We'd like to find out, where are you from? And so be brave and stand. Thank you. Our board member of the day, Scott Thompson, the president of our board, in fact, has a gift for you. What it is a shell necklace indicative of the gorgeous beaches here in Florida. Each shell represents the love that we are individually, and when we string it together, we create a necklace, a community of love, and you are now a part of that. And so I'm just going to go around and find out where you're visiting from. So I'm going to start right here in the blue shirt up front. Where are you visiting us from?
I'm here from Massachusetts, moving to Florida.
Excellent. Welcome home. Massachusetts. And I'm assuming the same, Massachusetts?
I actually lived in Treasure Island for quite some time, and I just moved here last at the beginning of the year.
Treasure Island and now here. Welcome home. Excellent. Terrific. Let's jump the aisle and go to the...
I am a seasonal resident from Syracuse, New York.
From Syracuse, New York. Seasonal. Welcome. Welcome. And how about right behind the man in the blue shirt with the darker blue shirt?
We're from London, Ontario, and we're down for a 3-week vacation.
Excellent. London, Ontario. Welcome. And next to you, also from London, Ontario? Okay, great. And how about in the black and white?
I'm Sharon Holt. I'm from Dearborn, Michigan, down here visiting friends with my two.
Excellent. Dearborn. I used to live in, I forgot where I lived, but I lived right next door to I blocked it out, apparently, but Dearborn, welcome. Welcome to Sarasota. And how about next to you?
My name is Cookie, and I'm from Dearborn, Michigan, and I'm visiting friends, too, with my two Happy Club members.
Also Michigan. Michigan is showing up big time. How about...
I'm from Young, Michigan, and this is my sister, and we came down here.
Michigan is showing out in force. Welcome, welcome. We love it. And how about here in the pink? Peach. Moved from Massachusetts. Welcome home. All right. Yeah. We got Massachusetts and Michigan. M&Ms. This is good. Well, welcome. Welcome, welcome. We love having you here with us. We also want to take the opportunity to let you know that Scott not only gave you the nice necklace, but let me tell you why that's important, and especially today. You're going to want to take it out of the little cute bag and wear it, because it gives you first-in-line privileges in the fellowship hall for hospitality. Everybody will part the line just for you, and we have all kinds of goodies today. So you're going to want to wear that necklace. Also, he gave you a packet of information, a welcome packet. It has information about Unity, and there's a welcome card on the back. We'd love it if you fill it out, and we can get to know each other just a little bit, get that relationship going. So welcome, all of you. I also want to take the opportunity to welcome all of you who are here, and the folks that are watching on our live stream. I want to say welcome back. Last Sunday, right before the service started, the computer that runs the live stream died. Now we have a brand spanking new one, so welcome back, those of you who are on the live stream on our website at unityofsarasota.org. Let's wave to those guys. Welcome. We feel your energy coming in. Just know that if you need to miss being here in person, that you can go to our website, unityofsarasota.org, go over to the services tab and scroll down to the service you want to watch either live, or you can go back there and watch it recorded. You can go to our Facebook page, or you can go to our YouTube page. So all kinds of ways to stay connected no matter where you are. We've even had people from all over the world tuning in. So know that doesn't matter where you go, you can never escape us. I mean, you can never have to be without us. That's what I really mean. Okay. Scott, who you met just a moment ago, will be in Fellowship Hall, by the way, under the red umbrella welcome table. He's there to answer any questions or show you around so you can get to know this beautiful campus as well. However you're joining us, whether it be here, live and in person, or online, you are welcome here. Wherever you may be in your spiritual journey, you are welcome to journey with us. We're, as Armand said, we're on our way down the yellow brick road, so it'll be a much funner trip with all of us going together. And let's see, I have some invitations for your participation in our community. As I said, we have lots of things going on, some strange like today, and others not as strange. I want to, again, thank Armand and Angelina. We'll be hearing more from them. This afternoon, after we go to hospitality, at 12:15, we come back in here, and they will be doing a Native American flute play shop. So come back, and you know, if you want to learn to play one, that's great. If you want to just listen, that's great too. Please come and join that play shop after service, after hospitality after service. Also, I want to remind you, we're moving into a season of giving. We have lots of opportunities for you to give. Pick one, pick two, pick three, pick as many as you want. Starting out with Mothers Helping Mothers, our Christmas toy drive. There's a huge toy box there in Fellowship Hall. You'll see it. Balloons are waving by it. Yeah, what do you call that? Waving by it. Please fill the toy box for Mothers Helping Mothers for their store. And Peg's going to tell you a little bit more about that. This is Peg Beck. She's heading up that team.
Good morning. Ho, ho, ho. I am Mrs. Claus. Santa sent me here because he is so busy trying to get toys made that he asked if I would come and tell you about the toy drive that's helping him with Mothers Helping Mothers. Mothers Helping Mothers is a nonprofit that started over 20 years ago with two women. It is now expanded. It's on Washington Boulevard in Sarasota, and it has an all-volunteer staff and many volunteers who help them. Their mission is to provide clothing, shoes, and toys for women who are in the lower poverty range of income. and they're allowed to go in there and shop, in quotes, for free. And that is what they have. I think it's usually on Fridays. If you care to volunteer there, I'm sure they would love you. But so we're doing a drive with them for toys. If you bring toys for children from infants all the way up to teenagers, and we're collecting them in Fellowship Hall, and we'll have that there until December 11th. That's why I'm in Christmas clothing so early. But bring your toys for any age, and also socks and shoes as part of our drive. If you have any questions, I'll be in Fellowship Hall and would be happy to answer any, and you'll see the balloons, and you can bring your toys there. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Peg, and your outreach team. I do want to tell you, every now and then we actually do wear just regular clothes. We don't always all dress up. We do know that Halloween was last month, but hey, can't get too much use out of a costume, right? This month, this will explain a little bit why we look so oddly Aussie. This whole month of November, I'm doing a talk series on the spiritual emeralds of the Wizard of Oz. And so one of the things we're doing as part of our outreach is to collect shoes. We want to give red slippers to all these children for Christmas. And so we're bringing socks and shoes and filling the yellow brick road, which we will give at the end of the month to Mothers Helping Mothers. So please bring socks and shoes for kids of all ages and place them on the yellow brick road. We appreciate that. We also have one more opportunity to give. The Salvation Army Angel Tree is up in the sanctuary lobby right now, and you can pull a card and make some kids very happy for Christmas. Next is the Friday Night Spirit Express, where we have some kind of way of touching our spirituality in unique ways and in a variety of ways. So every Friday night we have something going on here as a new way for us to explore our spirituality. This coming Friday night will be the drum circle at the Labyrinth out here at 6:30. Bring a drum or a rattle, any kind of a rhythm instrument, and please come and enjoy the circle. Also, we have an opportunity next Saturday for Building and Grounds. We're doing it on the third Saturday this month because I'm not expecting a bunch of you to show up to clean up the grounds on Thanksgiving Day. Although if you'd like to, please come on by. However, next Saturday, we'd love to do a little bit of cleanup and keep things beautiful here. So if you'd like to join that, we do feed you lunch, by the way, as well. So thank you for all of you who help. And finally, put this on your calendar. Get ready. Peter Cater, international songwriter and performing artist, multi-platinum pianist and composer, will be here on December 3rd for a concert that evening. Early bird tickets are on sale now. The price goes up on the 20th of the month, so hurry and get those. There are flyers out in the Fellowship Hall. What he does, one of the things he does is very unique. He'll have people come up and actually lie down under the piano as he's playing. And I have to tell you, last year we had to help people off the stage. They were so in another world after experiencing that. So check it out. Peter Cater is incredible. So that's what I have for you. Lots going on. And I'm going to bring Armand and Angelina back up for a little more music.
Thank you, Madam Scarecrow. Whoa, a tall hat. So I love the yellow brick road we have here. In Unity, we're taught the same principle, but it's called follow your dreams. It's also called follow your emotional navigational GPS. It will guide you to where you're supposed to be, and your dreams are right for you no matter what the world says about them. So this is our version of Follow the Yellow Brick Road, Follow Your Dreams. A 1, 2, 3, 4. Sha-la-la-la-la-la. Sha-la-la-la. That's your part. Sha-la-la-la-la-la. Sha-la-la-la. Well, it was 7 o'clock in the morning. sunlight on my cheeks, smiling at me through the window, saying, please come play with me. Oh, flowers blooming everywhere, the birds were singing in the air. I said, it's 7 o'clock in the morning, and this is what they said to me. They said, man, you got to follow your dreams, whatever your dreams may be. Woman, you got to follow your dreams. Come on, listen to me. They said, you'll know just what to do. It comes from deep inside of you. Man, you got to follow your dreams so you can make them come true. Everybody sing, sha-la-la-la-la-la. Sha-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la. Trying to sleep by the ocean, sand upon my feet. Waves were breaking on the shore, keeping that Wizard of Oz beat. Oh, for littler crabs dancing by my side, seagulls flying in the sky. Oh, flying to sleep by the ocean. And this is what they said to me. They said, man, you got to follow your dreams, whatever your dreams may be. Woman, you got to follow your dreams. Come on, listen to me. They said, you'll know just what to do. It comes from deep inside of you. Man, you got to follow your dreams so you can make them come true. Everybody sing, sha-la-la-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la. Just the audience. Oh, you got it now. Sha-la-la-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la. One more time now. Sha-la-la-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la. Oh, you're singing Acapulco. They don't know what to do with that.
We're going to bring it in just a little bit here. Too much excitement. Okay, I'm going to invite you to close your eyes if that feels comfortable. Otherwise, create a soft focus on the candle flame perhaps, and take the opportunity to just settle in and get present. So I'm going to invite you to take a deep breath in. Follow that breath down into your heart space and feel it fill up your heart to overflowing. And then release that breath, sharing your heart. And so we move into that space deep within, that place within us where Father, Mother, God's Spirit resides within and spills out all around us. As our children say, there is not a spot where God is not. And so we are firmly in the midst of that divine realm. So once again, take a deep breath in. Breathe in the breath of Spirit, the inspiration, the in-breath of Spirit. And then release that breath fully, knowing that this breathing in deeply and exhaling fully puts us in the divine flow, the circulation of the goodness of God. So we know that when we are in alignment with Spirit, in oneness with the divine, that we are being who we truly are. We are being who we have come here to be. And our life unfolds perfectly as we follow the yellow brick road, the path to enlightenment, to come home to who we truly are, and to gift that to the world. And so once again, breathe in deeply and feel the gentle breath of God massaging your heart open. And as you breathe out fully, know that you are sharing the truth of you with all the world. And the world is made better for it. And so as we come together, we remember who we are individually and collectively, that each one of us is an expression of the one. And while we may express ourselves in a multitude of diversity, we remain one in the unity of all life and creation. We are one. And for this remembrance of the truth and our willingness to live in, through, and as that truth, I am eternally grateful. And so it is. And together we say, thank God within and all around us. Amen. And so let's recite together our statement of being. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life. God, who is perfect life, perfect intelligence, perfect love, and perfect substance. I am an individualized expression of God. You are an individualized expression of God. We are individualized expressions of God.
Follow the yellow brick road.
Follow the yellow brick road.
Follow the yellow brick road!
Follow the
Follow the yellow brick road!
Follow the yellow brick road.
Follow the yellow brick road.
Follow the yellow brick road.
Yellow brick road.
Follow the yellow brick road.
Follow the yellow brick road.
Follow, 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 follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road. Follow, 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 follow the yellow brick road. We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. Because of all the wonderful things we does, we're off
To see the wizard.
We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. Because of all the wonderful things he does. We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz.
I knew. Come on and he's on down the road. Come on and he's on down the road. Don't you carry nothing that might be low. Come on, he's on down the road. Come on and he's on down the road. Come on, he's on down the road. Don't you carry nothing that might be a load. Come on, he's on down the road. Pick your left foot up, let your right foot down. Come on, legs keep moving, don't you lose no ground. You just keep on keeping on the road you're on to. Don't give up on walking cause you gave up shoes. No, he's on down the road. He's on down the road. Don't you carry nothing that might be low. Come on, he's on down the road. There may be times when you think you've lost your mind, and the steps you're taking leave you 3-4 steps behind. But the road you're walking might be long sometimes. You just keep on stepping and you'll be just fine. Yeah, he's on down the road. Now, he's on down the road. Don't you carry nothing that might be low. Come on, he's on down the road.
Woo! I want to thank Lisa Arundel, a.k.a. Dorothy, Reverend Matthew, a.k.a. the Cowardly Lion, Rob Satori, a.k.a. the Tin Man,
Day after my birthday.
and Lynetta, the day after her birthday. A present for you, Lynetta Gaines.
Can I get a little oil? My shoes are squeaky today, so it's a little oil. Yes. That's right. Reverend Susie.
You know, I realized an empathy I have for people who have challenges of sorts today, because I realized that I was afraid to light the candle myself today. I love fire, but not when it's on me. But anyway, so I had to have someone else come and light the candle today for fear that we would get ahead of ourselves in the story. You know? So anyway, thank you all for participating. That was wonderful. You guys did great. All right. So I'm going to have you help me settle in and get not too serious, a little bit, just a little bit more serious. I'm going to ask you to start as we always do, with our core value affirmation. So if you'll recite this with me, please. As community, we share a sense of connection and belonging. We make decisions cooperatively and create collaboratively. So for those of you, especially those of you who are new or weren't here last week, and I do encourage you to go. We did capture from the song before the talk. We did capture that on Facebook Live and converted it, and it's up on the website. So if you missed that, do go back and take a look at it from last week, which was about going over the rainbow. So check that out. And I just want, please go back one if you would. Oh, never mind. Leave it. I'm sorry. I'm wrong. First time this year, I was wrong. Good. Almost made it to the end of the year. I just want to explain what it is that we're doing. So this month, the theme for the month of November, which, November, they always play The Wizard of Oz. We watch it every year, and so I thought November would be a great time to do it, and it precedes the holidays. So we are looking at the spiritual emeralds of The Wizard of Oz. It's really a parable about attaining spiritual enlightenment and applying that enlightenment to the lives that we live. Jesus taught in parables. He used stories that were familiar to people to teach spiritual lessons. And so I figure if it was, good enough in those days, it's probably good enough for us too to take a familiar story and see what we can glean from it. It really takes us through and highlights the challenges that all of us face throughout our lives and the resources that we need to meet those challenges. And as I said last week, whatever challenges we may be facing right now ourselves, I can guarantee you that someone else is probably facing some challenges that are even bigger. And so that's why I am asking that we do as much giving as we can. Not to make yourself uncomfortable, but give to fill yourself up with the thrill of giving to those who don't have much. And so the shoes, the socks, the angel tree, the toys, whatever that may be. I've really made the decision that my giving this year will be these events, not so much for friends and family. I hope they're not watching. Or actually, I hope they are. Then they'll know and I don't have to call them and say, by the way, your gift is never coming. So your gift is on the yellow brick road. Go find it, So I hope that you'll join me in that. Just to catch you up, if you weren't here last week or if you don't remember exactly everything, just as a foundation, in week 1, Over the Rainbow, we discovered that the Wizard of Oz story is really about Dorothy's spiritual quest. And it's not just Dorothy's quest. The quest is our quest as well. And so we are making that journey with her. It's a journey into our own inner dimensions to meet all of the aspects of the self, to really get to know the wholeness of who we are. Now, Toto, the little dog, who was here last week, by the way, Toto, and oh my God, he's been hard to live with ever since because he's now a diva. He's a star. So, wait on me, please. But at any rate, Toto, which almost leads one to hear the word total, as in being complete and whole, if you will. So Toto is really a catalyst for Dorothy even contemplating an adventure over the rainbow, because Toto jumped out of old mean Miss Gulch's basket because she was about to take him to destroy him, but he escapes. He jumps out of the box, out of the basket, and encourages Dorothy, who says, "We got to get out of here. Maybe there's somewhere over the rainbow." And so they're running away, but then they're convinced to come back to the farm, to bleak, black and white farm in Kansas. And just for good measure, a tornado comes. Much like in our own lives, sometimes a turbulent, traumatic event pushes us along that transformative journey into getting to know our higher self. And so if Toto wasn't enough to convince her, the tornado kind of whirled her around, and ultimately the house whirls and whirls and whirls and comes pouncing down in Munchkin Land right on top of the Wicked Witch and kills her, which is really symbolic of crossing out our old, worn-out belief systems that no longer work and perhaps never did. And Dorothy acquires from the Good Witch the ruby slippers, which is indicative of our spiritual empowerment, that it's there all along. And she's told, never lose the slippers, never let them come off. Meaning, don't ever lose your spirit, the spirit within you. And then the Good Witch sends Dorothy onto the yellow brick road, which is the path to her enlightenment. Now, Dorothy thinks that her whole and total goal is to go home to bleak, black and white Kansas. I keep saying canvas. I keep thinking of just a blank canvas. So she thinks that's the whole point, is to get back home to where she came from. But actually, she's in for a much bigger adventure than that. She's going home, but not to bleak Kansas. So Glinda, the Good Witch, tells Dorothy, follow the yellow brick road to the Emerald City of Oz. The yellow brick road is that path to enlightenment, to self-awareness, to return home to our source, Father, Mother, God, Spirit, that lives within and all around us. Any one of us seeking any kind of higher understanding of ourselves, of the world, of the cosmos, must take the path less traveled. And we must begin to figure things out for ourselves. Rather than looking at outer authorities, we look at inner authority, where Spirit resides within us. That path, as I said, is less traveled. The further along we go on the spiritual path to enlightenment, that path begins to narrow and we find fewer travelers on the road. Not everybody has what it takes to stick with it. I know we all do. Right? 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 That's what I thought. I love it when I'm right. 100th time this year. So, we follow that yellow brick road. Now sometimes, here's the reason not everybody makes it all the way and on that narrow path and with fewer and fewer companions. Because the path is long and it winds through challenging places and lots of obstacles, which symbolize our own shadow self that sometimes complicates and delays the journey. I don't know about you, but I can tell you that I had a lot of outward success in my younger years. A lot of outward success. I looked like the picture of success. And yet, I was spiritually bankrupt inside. It was that shadow that I didn't want to bring out into the light and really look at and own and transform that delayed my journey, delayed my awakening, made it harder than it needed to be. And so I'm telling you that because I'm encouraging you not to follow that path. I've been there, not so much fun. The path to enlightenment, a lot more exciting. And so we must, in our journey, reveal to ourselves what is hidden within us, both the shadow, the darkness, and the light. We bring that darkness out from behind in front of us into the light. And we take that darkness that holds us back and we simply let it go. Do that now. Bring whatever is dark out into the light. And allow the light to shine. Now, those ruby red slippers, they represent our highest self. They represent all the spiritual tools that empower the fulfillment of our journey. And I hope that as you place the shoes and socks here on the stage, that you will put ruby red slipper energy into them so that we empower those kids to make their journey easier and perhaps faster than we did. They can stand on our shoulders and not make the same mistakes. They'll make their own, and they'll learn from them. That spiritual empowerment that is within us, that is Father, Mother, God's Spirit revealing guidance and wisdom and knowledge in order to reach our destination, to come home to our highest self, to the source of our being, God. Toto, again, as I said, represents the truth of being complete, perfect, and whole. And he is one of Dorothy's superpowers along the journey. He's that intuitive voice within. You know, you notice in the movie that Dorothy is constantly talking to Toto. And Toto, representing that inner knowing, that inner spiritual guidance, you notice that Toto is the one that he jumps out of the basket. He escapes being killed. He escapes all the rough spaces. He does a lot of barking along the journey, barking to get the attention of Dorothy, whether it's something to alert her to danger or alert her to something good, anything she must be paying attention to. And along the journey, she loves her little dog, but she thinks, he's just a little dog. And she ignores him a good deal of the time. But you know what? It turns out in the entire story, he's always right. Always right. So just like our intuitive self, we cannot contain Toto, nor can we contain that intuitive voice within us, no matter what. Our shadows get overcome by the light of that inner knowing. And so listen to your Toto. Listen to your Toto within. Now, Dorothy continues, starts the journey along the yellow brick road, and along the way, she finds some fellow travelers. This becomes her community, if you will, much as we have a community here. And she realizes that these fellow travelers bring with them some guiding principles, some useful tools for the trip on that yellow brick road. And those folks that she meets are yours truly, the Scarecrow, the Tin Man, he's over there now, and the Lion over here. And they help Dorothy on this path to enlightenment as they are part of that enlightenment. So the missing attributes that are needed to be successful on this journey, the Scarecrow represents the need for a brain, the need to be able to think. The Tin Man represents the need to have a heart, to care, to have compassion. And the Lion represents the need to have courage, to take action. These attributes must be awakened in us to safely journey the yellow brick road path to enlightenment, path to self, path to God. Now, the Scarecrow represents our thoughts, our ability to reason, our thirst for knowledge and wisdom. I don't know if you noticed in the beginning of your spiritual journey, it seemed like you didn't know a whole lot, that we seem to be in a big space of unknowing, a bit in the dark, if you will. That's normal on the beginning of any journey, and certainly a spiritual journey. Now, the Scarecrow helps Dorothy at one of the very first crossroads she comes to on the yellow brick road. She comes to a fork in the road, she's not sure which way to go. And the Scarecrow says, that's a good path. On the other hand, that's a good path. Or you could go that way, or this way, or whatever. So Dorothy is not quite sure which way to go. She's not sure how to help the Scarecrow get down from that post, But the scarecrow, who thinks he doesn't have a brain, comes up with all the problem solving and the answers. So he's smarter than he realizes. And sometimes we are too. Listen to that Toto, that intuitive voice within, and it will guide you. So we too, on our journey, need the wisdom, the intelligence, and the truth that the scarecrow seeks in order for us to succeed as well. Well, they continue to travel, and they come upon the Tin Man, who symbolizes emotions, our feelings, love, compassion, caring, passion itself. And so Dorothy and Toto and the Scarecrow find this Tin Man, totally rusted solid, standing there in the woods. And this is symbolic of Dorothy's and sometimes our frozen emotions. Sometimes we block our emotions. We don't allow ourselves to really feel them, and we don't allow ourselves to express them. And so that's what that being rusted, like, stand up, Mr. Tin Man, like you're stuck. He is, look at him. He can't move. So there he is. He's stuck. Yeah, we need some oil, quick. So what happens is our little trio oils up the Tin Man, and they continue their journey, and now they're even more equipped because they've got some brains and they've got some heart, even though they don't realize they have it. They have a little more equipment for the road. You see, it's not enough for us just to think. I used to think it was. I was always led by my head. I thought, as long as I got a good head on my shoulders, life is golden. You know what? That was the second time I was wrong. It's not enough just to be able to think. It's not enough. Our emotions actually amplify the power, the spiritual power of our thought. A thought plus a feeling creates a result. And so we need both, head and heart. And so for us, it's important that we find our own Tin Man within and awaken our spiritual heart and become one with that spark of God, the source that lives within us and all around us. Now, next on our road, we meet the Cowardly Lion. The Cowardly Lion represents needing the courage of our convictions in order to take action, right? Otherwise, we can think a lot of stuff, we can feel a lot of stuff, and still be standing still, right? Still not move any direction. Now, the lion has sort of this false bravado in the beginning. He leaps out and tries to scare our travelers, but Dorothy stands right up to him and chides him for picking on weaker beings and smacks him right in the snout. And then he's, ooh, 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 and we find out that that was all false bravado. But what he shows is that it's not enough for us to think and to feel. All of that thinking and feeling goes to waste if there's no action taken from it. And so we must release our fear and find the lion within us for the courage to follow the guidance that we pray for. Too many of us pray for something to happen, then when it shows up, we're like, well, no, I didn't exactly mean that. I didn't want to do that. We have to have the courage of our convictions, the courage to follow the guidance we pray for. So we need our head, our heart, and our courage to fulfill our transformative journey. We need all of it. We need to be whole. And so to follow the yellow brick road is to follow the light of our own unfolding path of transformation. We are never alone on the journey. We are in partnership with our divine source and the head, heart, and courage of our traveling companions within, Scarecrow, Tin Man, and Cowardly Lion. A quote by that famous philosopher, yours truly. Perhaps I do have a brain. You know, I'll get you, my pretty. No. So, often the darkness comes before the dawn of our soul. You ever notice that? Sometimes we go into a dark space and then the light dawns. And the truth is that the bigger the shadow, the bigger the light must be behind it. And so therefore, we've got a big light shining on us to bring that out into the light for healing and releasing. And so our 5 travelers continue to help each other down the yellow brick road. And they see in the distance, finally, after much travel, they see the wizard's castle in the Emerald City way out there in the distance. And they feel encouraged. And so their excitement builds. They're like, there it is, we're almost there. And they complacently begin to think that they're on the home stretch. We got this one covered, man. We got it handled. We're almost there. Well, the problem is that they must cross a poppy field. The poppy field symbolizes unconsciousness or spiritual sleepiness, where we do get complacent or we get scared and we sort of fall asleep on the journey. But we've got to go through that poppy field before we get to the Emerald City. So Dorothy and the lion, while admiring the poppies, actually fall asleep in the poppy field. And what we realize is that sometimes when we come upon all the obstacles that they've already met and the ones that they're about to meet, or even when we're making progress, that it sometimes weakens our strength and resolve to continue the journey to fruition. Ever notice that? I know none of you do this, but you probably have friends and family who get just at the cusp of success and then poof. Ever notice those folks? I know you've never been one, but you've witnessed it, right? And so that's kind of what this symbolizes, that we sort of spiritually go to sleep. You know, because sometimes, I know this sounds counterintuitive, but sometimes we fear that personal growth will necessitate fundamental change in us. And that's a little bit scary because we've gotten used to who we are, right? We've got whatever persona or mask or whatever we've been wearing, we're comfortable with it, it's familiar, and so to be who we really are almost feels a little bit like being somebody else when it's really not, but it feels that way, and it can be a little scary. You know, I know 40 some odd years ago when I got sober, I thought, wow, first of all, if I'm sober, I probably won't be amusing or funny or fun anymore. I'll probably be a dweeb, and I will have no friends because nobody will want to be hanging with me anymore. And it's going to require me to dig really deep and shine the light on all that stuff I've been trying to push down as far as I could. It was frightening, but it was also liberating. And it was also an awakening. And it was also an ability to let my light shine and to get to know who I truly was for the first time in my life. And you know what? Ended up I actually liked her. Still do. Good. Yeah. Yeah, it is good because I live with her. So, you know, but it can be scary because even though it's who we are, it can feel unfamiliar because we haven't been living that yet. So that can kind of put us to sleep on the journey, if you will. But keeping our thoughts and our emotions aligned with God gives us the courage to act and to keep on moving forward on the journey. And so Glinda, who is also one of our guides from afar, the good witch Glinda, intervenes in the poppy field to help wake Dorothy up from that unconsciousness, that spiritual sleep, if you will. And so we on our journey can stay awake and deepen our consciousness by being in alignment with Spirit. That means listening deeply within, listening to that intuitive voice, following the guidance we pray for, having the courage to actually step forward. Rumi, the poet Rumi, puts it quite well. And so I share this poem with you. The breeze at dawn has secrets to tell you. Don't go back to sleep. You must ask for what you really want. Don't go back to sleep. People are going back and forth across the door sill where the two worlds touch. The door is round and open. Don't go back to sleep. And so don't stay in the poppy field. Keep moving along the journey. So I'm going to invite us now to move into a brief meditation to follow our own yellow brick road, if you will. And so relax into your chair. Imagine it is the allness of God lifting you, supporting you. Close your eyes if that feels comfortable. Otherwise, that soft gaze at the candle flame. Breathe in deeply to the center of your being and exhale fully. And continue to breathe in deeply and exhale fully. Allowing yourself to be in that divine flow, that divine circulation of good. And just imagine now the scarecrow within you. That scarecrow within you that is in need of more brain power. What would more brain power be like for you in your life? Think about what you would know. See how that knowing impacts your life. Breathe in deeply and exhale fully. And imagine having an open and caring heart of love like the Tin Man desires. How does that feel to fully open your heart? Now, with your brain engaged and your heart open, tap into the lion within and see yourself with the courage to act on your thoughts and feelings. How would that show up in your life? Now, with all of the power of your head, your heart, and your courage in place, think it, feel it, see it, be it. Now slowly return from the yellow brick road to this time and space, knowing that you can always return to the journey. When you're ready, gently open your outer eyes and see with your spiritual eyes. I invite you to join our travelers next week as we meet lots of new challenges on the road. Blessings on your journey of following the yellow brick road. Listen to the head, the heart, and the courage of your inner travelers, and apply all your spiritual tools to raise your consciousness. And so it is. And together we say, thank God within and all around us. Amen.
Okay. Well, that was about the most fun and enlightening program I've ever been a part of, so thank you for inviting us on this special day. I never thought about Toto being, total awareness and all that, but I mean, dog is God backwards, so it makes sense. So, yes. Also, thanks everybody out there in cyber world streaming, seeing the video and seeing us at the Emerald City, but the only way to get to the Emerald City is to show up in this church physically live on a Sunday, because this is where the magic happens, right? Okay. All right, so lots of trials and tribulations on that journey. There were flying monkeys and God knows what, but we know in Unity, which they finally found out, that everything will be okay in the end. And if it's not okay,
It is not yet.
it's not the end. Okay. Here we go. Everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. Everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. Nothing in this universe will ever last. So if you're feeling low, this too shall pass. Nothing in this universe will ever last. So if you're feeling low, this too shall pass, because everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. Everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. More sha-la-la-la. Sha-la-la-la-la. Sha-la-la-la-la-la. Every happy song has to have some sha-la-la-las in it. Sha-la-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la-la-la. Even when the darkness seems to hide your way, after every night, a brand new day. Even when there's flying monkeys in your way, after every night, a brand new day. A brand new day, an emerald day. Okay, here we go. Everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. Everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. Sha-la-la-la-la. Sha-la-la-la-la. Sha-la-la-la-la-la. Sha-la-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la-la-la. Okay, here comes the tricky part. Even when it all just seems to go your way, don't get attached, it's gonna change. Even when it all just seems to go your way, No matter how many times you saw The Secret, it's still gonna change. That's okay, because everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. Just the audience. It's not the end. 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 So if there's a tornado in your life, you get through it. It's not the end. It's not the end. Keep following the yellow brick road. It's not the end. But this is the end. Whoa!
Armand and Angelina. Whew. Do we have actual kids other than the ones that are already in this room today? Actual smaller ones? Okay. So guess what? That leaves us, the kids that we are. So we're going to bless you anyway. Did we miss the kids? Did we miss the kids? There we go. Let's bless the kids within us and the kids that are yet to come, but are coming, because we saw 78 of them on Halloween, right? So they're going to be coming. Kid energy is happening, so let's do it. We love you. We bless you. We appreciate you, and we see the living spirit in you. All right.
Oh, yeah.
We also see the living spirit in our prayer chaplains. Prayer chaplains, come on forward. We've got chaplains and ministers here available to you to know a greater possibility on the yellow brick road as you move forward on your spiritual journey. And so these folks are available for prayer. And prayer, the miracle of prayer only takes a moment. It's a lot shorter journey than the one on the yellow brick road. So take advantage of it, and let's thank our folks for serving us. Okay, and again, play shop, Native American flute, play shop, in here, after hospitality, in there, in the fellowship hall. So please come. And while you're in fellowship hall, they have Armand and Angelina have a CD table next to the coffee. Okay, strategically placed there, next to the coffee. But here's what they want you to know. They want you to have their music. And so they're giving their CDs to you on a suggested exchange basis. So please take what you desire, give from your heart. If you don't have money to give today, you can tithe some other time. All right? So that's the generosity of spirit from these talented folks. So thank you for that. And we have a pretty nice lunch for you out there, and we do ask that you be generous with that as well to help reimburse our food till. And we're asking, it's a suggested offering of $5. Anything up to $5, anything over $5, whatever you give is good. We're just suggesting $5. Picked it out of a hat, you know.
Reverend Susan, anything happening Wednesday night?
You know, as a matter of fact, there is. Thank you for asking. Wednesday night, that's just where I was headed. We're on the same path. So Wednesday night, Armand and Angelina will be right here, 7 o'clock, for the Wednesday evening event. Yeah, they're doing a concert. It's all Armand and Angelina. It's a concert, but you know how they are. It's not just a concert. There's always more to it than that. So please come. Please tell people you care about. It's going to be a really fun and fabulous evening. So join Armand and Angelina and all the rest of us for Wednesday, 7 p.m. Okay? Excellent. And you'll be able to get their CDs then, too. All right. It is time for us to show that we know that we live in an abundant universe with a generous God. And so it's our opportunity to give in circulation that which we have received. And so I'm going to ask that you join me in taking whatever gift it is that you plan on giving. We'll have ushers at the doors to receive your gifts gratefully. I know some of you actually put a physical gift into the basket. Some of you send it in, or some of it's electronic, whatever it is. Whatever way you're giving, please hold your gift either physically or metaphorically, to your heart, and fill it with the energy of the qualities of spirit that most resonate with your own soul, whether it be love, harmony, peace, power, presence, whatever it may be, generosity, gratitude, whatever that may be. Infuse your gift with that energy and know that the gift will travel with that energy and it will multiply it and bless many others. And so we say our affirmation together. Divine love blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive abundantly. And we invite our live stream folks to click that button down below and participate in this divine circulation as well. And so, as we get ready to leave the sanctuary, we have an opportunity now to do our prayer for protection, and followed by the peace song. All right. Ready? The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
Yes, there is peace.